Hey, remember that time you were supposed to do something really important, like a project or homework, but you kept putting it off? You knew what you were supposed to do, but you didn't want to do it. Well, the main character of our story today did something like that, but on a much bigger scale. His name was Jonah, and God told him to go to the big city of Nineveh and tell the people there to turn away from their wicked ways. But Jonah didn't want to do that. You see, Jonah didn't like the people of Nineveh, and he thought God was making him do something really hard. So instead of going there, he bought a ticket on the first ship going the opposite way. He thought maybe if he ran far enough, God would stop calling him. But as the ship sailed away from the shore, the sea grew rough and wild. Waves crashed against the boat, and Jonah knew that something was wrong. The sailors were terrified. They cried out to their gods, and Jonah knew they were in danger. Then suddenly, the captain came up to Jonah and said, "Hey, why don't you pray to your God? Maybe he can calm the sea and save us." Jonah realized that he couldn't keep hiding. So he prayed, asking God to forgive him for not doing what he was supposed to. And just when it seemed like God wasn't listening, the biggest wave yet crashed over the ship, tossing Jonah overboard. As he fell into the water, Jonah thought, "This is it. This is what I get for trying to run away from God." But then something amazing happened. A giant fish swallowed him whole. And even though it was dark and scary, Jonah felt a sense of peace. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah sat in the belly of the fish. And finally, after what felt like forever, the fish spit him out onto dry land. When Jonah's story was shared, everyone was amazed. They thought it was a miracle. But Jonah knew it was more than that. It was a second chance. God hadn't given up on him, and neither should he. So this time, Jonah did what he was supposed to do. He went to Nineveh and told the people there to turn away from their wicked ways. And guess what? They actually listened. They changed their ways, and God forgave them. Jonah's story teaches us that no matter how far we run or how much we try to hide, God's love is stronger than any storm, and his forgiveness is greater than any wave. It also reminds us that the place where we feel trapped or like we've made a mistake can be the place where we find second chances and new beginnings. So, if you're feeling lost or stuck, remember Jonah? He, too, felt like he was in the wrong place. But it was there that he learned an important lesson about faith, forgiveness, and following God's plan.